Hello, everybody. Celia Waterhouse here. Thanks for joining us. I've got Heather Phillips with us today. Welcome, Heather.
Hi, thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Heather is a energy movement mentor, and her expertise is in the area of pain, energy, and change. Now, Heather, today I'm only going to ask you just the one question. Today's world is a bit chaotic, and people's emotions are up and down and all over the place. So if you were to share one piece of advice with your clients, how do you help them manage their emotions in this divisive world that we're living in today?
It's a loaded question. There's lots of different ways people can manage their emotion. Mm-hmm. What I like to do is find out the source of the emotion. So what's the root cause of the emotion? So if you've got a pain in your stomach, that's something tangible that people can focus on. So what's the root cause of the pain in my stomach? And it really might be emotional. Mm-hmm. So what I suggest is if you have that butterfly in your stomach or that upset in your stomach, or it wakes you up in the middle of the night and you have a headache or something like that, what I tell my clients to do is put their hand on their stomach, because that's usually the source of the anxiety and their angst about whatever is emotional. I mean, I have been woken up in the middle of the night with anxiety, just things going on in the world, things going on in my life. And I don't feel like I have any control, obviously, because I'm waking up in the middle of the night with this upset stomach. You hold your stomach, and literally it's like right here where you feel it, where the butterflies happen, where the upset feels. Then you put your hand lightly, like eyelid touch, on your forehead. And what this does is it brings the blood from your reptilian brain at the back of the base of the base of the head, back here, and you just and it brings the blood forward to your frontal cortex, where is reasoning. And I can tell you that in the middle of the night, you're not thinking about reasoning with anything. you're just wanting to go back to sleep. Right. So I can tell you, when I do this in the middle of the night, I go back to sleep within 15 to 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, it's an amazing technique. And I think the secret is because I'm touching the stomach alarm point. So in Chinese medicine and in Touch for Health, my background is Touch for Health. I've been a Touch for Health instructor for 22 years. Since I was 22 years old. That's a long time. It's much longer than 22 years.
Let's just say 22 years.
Since I was 22, I've been a Touch for Health instructor. Right. So when in Touch for Health, we learned about alarm points, which are the points on the body. That's the lung, and that's the pericardium, and here is heart, and so on. So the stomach is right below your sternum. Right. And so you hold that, and you hold your head. Now, if it isn't going away, tap your stomach. Just tap it, and hold your head. And something else that I learned along the way, I have no idea who to credit for. I mean, the one that you're doing right now, you can credit to me and Muscle Tuners International and Denise Cambiotti, the tapping and the holding the head. The other one is to hold your head. You can change hands or whatever if your hands get...
Does it make a difference left or right, or no?
No, generally what I do is I tell people to switch. But I mean, if you're sleeping, you do whatever is comfortable. I mean, if I'm on my left side, I'm going to go like this with my left hand and hold it with my stomach with the right hand. And, right? And then the other thing is keep holding your head, and then draw circles, clockwise position on your around your belly button. And again, I don't know the source of this, but this is another emotional release technique that I learned along the way that seems to work.
Wow.
So those are the two. You can do this by yourself. I mean, you've seen people in cartoons and in billboards and in shows that they grab their head when they're stressed.
Right.
There's a natural reason for that. That's a natural response, because people want to be able to focus on the problem and dissipate it. And this is how you do it. You bring the blood back to the part of the brain that processes problems. And then you start to process it. And then, of course, when you have some logic to it and you can think through your issues and you go, that's not my issue. And I get to be who I am in the world. And who is that? I'm joyful. I'm happy. I help people. And then all of a sudden you start to get your hope back, hope for a better tomorrow for yourself.
Right.
So then if there's an exam the next day, again, think through like the best case scenario for exam. Are you prepared? Do you have trouble studying? Do this, start to study, start to read your book, whatever. It's a phenomenal technique. In Touch for Health, we call it emotional stress relief technique, ESR, and that's just this alone. Tapping on your stomach and holding that is called dynamic emotional alignment reset. And then if you just hold it, it's called dynamic tissue reset. So there's the three. The DTR is Muscle Tuners International. DEAR, Dynamic Emotional Alignment Reset, is Muscle Tuners International. And the ESR, just the hand on the forehead, lightly, eyelid touch, is Touch for Health.
Wow. And how long, how long do you leave it there? Or
well, that's a good question. If you feel, you actually leave it there until the stomach has dissipated, the butterflies go away or the anxiety feeling in your stomach goes away. That would be it. The other thing to consider is that the kidneys are the organ in the meridian system, the energy meridian system that hold fear.
Right.
So the other thing that you can do is if that hasn't worked, then you move your hand to the back of your rib cage and you tap at the base of the rib cage back there. So it literally is like right here on me. Like there's my waist.
Right.
Right? There's my waist and my rib cage is here. So I just tap there. Again, hold.
Oh, hold and tap.
Hold and tap, hold and tap. And you do both sides. And again, it's dynamic emotional alignment reset. So you're aligning your emotions through the meridian system.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. So energy movement mentor, that's what I do for my clients. I help people move the energy through the meridian system so that their physical well-being is optimized. So
are you supposed to be thinking of anything while you're holding the positions and tapping, or it's just the energy and the blood flow that gets you realigned and reset your frontal cortex?
Well, in Touch for Health, we got taught to think through the scenario. So something has stressed you in the past, you think through it and think of how it could have been different. So you look at the best case scenario. If you're in it, it's a matter of, okay, so what's the best outcome I can achieve in this situation? So you always are thinking about your best outcome. And hopefully you don't get stuck in the doubt. And if you do get stuck in the doubt, you hold it longer or you tap. You do the tapping, because that is the way to move the energy out the fastest. The other thing that I also do, because I'm energy movement mentor, one of the other things you do to move energy is you move your body. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is get out into nature, move your lymph, your muscles move lymph. Your heart moves blood, your muscles move lymph. If you don't move your body, your lymph gets stagnant. When your lymph is stagnant, it affects your energy. So move your body to move the lymph, to move your energy through your body. And when your energy is moving, you feel better. When you feel better, your emotions are better. But in the meantime, hold your forehead, think best case scenario, tap on your stomach, hold your stomach, tap on your kidney alarm point, or hold your kidney alarm point. Other side, tap, nice and light here. Eyelid touch, touch. Breathe. And
I feel better already.
Happy, Celia. I'm so happy.
Well, I wish we had longer than 10 minutes this time, but I will get you for one of my hour-long interviews, because I want to hear all about the energy movement. And you deal with a lot of pain and healing and things like that. So I want to hear some of the different ways people are dealing with pain and healing with pain. Because, well, as a veterinarian, we deal with animals in pain and they can't tell us. So I'm quite fascinated with your topic, and I'd love to have that longer chat soon.
Well, the animals are the most sensitive of us all. And the energy work is profound with animals. Yeah. Absolutely profound.
Because they don't lie.
And the truth of the matter is our bodies don't lie either. We just have to access that information, and that's really what I'm all about.
Great. Well, thank you, Heather. Let's schedule another interview soon. This is fascinating.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks.